All right. Okay, it is March 9th, 2026. I'm hearing appeal number 1. This was previously heard, but I'm hearing it again today. Appeal number 1, this is Peter Rupert, and the start time for this is 3:54. Okay, and I'm here with Mr. Wegenroth, who is the owner of this property. So, Mr. Wegenroth, I just want to go through a couple pieces of information, all right, before we start. This is appeal number 1, all right? It's for 2788 Black Rock Turnpike. The owner is Christopher Wegenroth, okay? Is that correct?
Correct.
All right, yep. So, and the town valued your property at $691,400, and you're asking them to reduce that to $245,000. All right. Today is March 9th, as I said, and all right. So, okay. And Mr. Wegenroth, I know you did this already, but we'll have to do it one more time. Just if you would state your name and that you are the owner of 278 Black Rock Turnpike.
Chris Wegenroth. Yes, I am the owner of 2788 Black Rock Turnpike.
Okay, great. And then if you would just raise your right hand, do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Absolutely.
Okay. And you would do me a favor and just sign on this top line here, and then just print your name below there, please. Thank you so much. All right. So, Mr. Wegenroth, this is your opportunity now to provide testimony and any evidence as to why you believe the market value of your home on October 1st, 2025 was $245,000 and not the value assigned by the town. And just remember that market value is what your home most likely would have sold for on that date. All right, and just please be concise. All right, go right ahead.
I feel, though, that the parties that came out to revalue the property were not cognizant to the situation at hand. I'm of German heritage, and we're taught and brought up to take care of our property, maintain it, and present it well. I'm very proud of our house. It presents well. It is wonderfully landscaped. However, the house is situated in a bowl at the bottom of a mountain. Our rear property abuts Shelter Rock Road, which is 75 feet in elevation from my property. I didn't grab that figure out of the sky. When we moved there in the spring, during the snow melts and spring thaws and rains, we would notice water gushing up out of our lawn in the backyard. I immediately called Bridgeport Hydraulic Company, that's who they were back then, and complained because I thought there was a broken water main up on top behind me. Mm-hmm. They immediately went out, dyed the water and the lines, checked it all out. Several days later, they came back to me and said, wasn't there water? Contact the town. They brought the town out and the town engineers, and conjunctively, together, they identified the issue with the town engineers telling me that the elevation is 75 feet above me, and that what is happening is I live at the toe of the hill. Thus, all the rainwater, snow, rains, snow melts, etc., was draining through the ground and actually coming up through our backyard and gushing 5 fingers tall, about 6-7 inches, like a water fountain. And the backyard, the engineers could barely walk in the backyard because they sunk up to their shins in mud. This has gone on for years. It is so bad that in our cellar, we had to break the concrete slab and put in 4 below ground sump pumps because the footing drains, which were replaced, can't handle it. The sump pumps are on 2-inch discharge lines on 3/4 horse motors. At the end of my presentation on the last page is a receipt of last year's UI bills. Those UI bills are actually half of what they charged me due to my low income and UI assistance, energy assistance they're giving me. So when you see that bill there, it's actually twice the amount I'm being charged for electricity because the sump pumps are constantly running. Next, all the trees on this mountain, or hill, whatever you want to call it, the root bases are so saturated that we constantly have trees coming down from the abutting neighbor's property. The abutting neighbors, it's caused, the last time, 2 years ago, cost over $100,000 damage to our property. And they were notified ahead of time.
When was this? Last year it was $100,000?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
And they were notified ahead of time by an attorney I hired that various trees of theirs were in peril. And they were very rude, both neighbors, and said, just turn in your insurance company. They were just obnoxious. They wanted no part of it. And the vague, gray Connecticut tree laws do not protect me. I've provided photographs for you of trees that have come down, taken out our beehives, and there are several widowmakers. A widowmaker is a broken branch hanging from a tree. Several of them, one of them over 50 feet long, hanging over our property. As a homeowner, I'm allowed to trim that as an aerial trespass, but I can't. I can't get a tree climber to go on it because it's on someone else's property. He can't get a bucket truck in there because the backyard is too soft. The water drainage is so bad that it runs down the abutting neighbor's property, who abuts our yard, into Black Rock Turnpike, which is Route 58. And during the winter, near March, April, during the spring rains, thaws, and freezes overnight, it'll freeze on Black Rock Turnpike, and they'll have to come out and sand it. And they have threatened to charge us the sanding charges for bringing out a crew until they evaluated that we weren't pumping the water there. It was natural runoff from the hill.
And that, you're saying that comes down through your property or on your neighbor's property?
Both.
Both. Okay.
Both. Yeah, you're welcome to come on my property anytime. I'm hiding nothing.
Sure.
The tree damages, every year trees are coming down. And the one 2 years ago came across a portable coverlet we had in the backyard, which had a one-horse physician's surrey. It's a carriage. There's a picture of it in there before it got put to kindling.
Okay.
And it got karate chopped. It just got smashed.
I know, I'm familiar with seeing it.
Okay, yeah. The traffic pattern on Black Rock Turnpike in the 41 years we've lived there, getting out of the driveway at a Black Rock Turnpike right now is, you have to pack lunch. Sometimes the wait time is over 20 minutes to get out of our driveway. In the past 41 years, there have been 9 accidents on our property because we live at the crux of the turn at Black Rock Turnpike. There's photographs in there of the most recent one. Sorry about that. Of the most recent one that took out the telephone pole, 60 feet of stone wall, and damage, etc. I actually, when they replaced the telephone pole, I put red reflectors on there for each year, how many accidents for each year involve our property. And right now, there are 3 new reflectors from last year involving our property. I think $245 is a fair price for maintaining this property. This figure that's kissing $700,000 is just, it's unheard of. It's unreal. I'm losing my wife to stage 4 cancer. I'm dying right now of emphysema because my parents were both chain smokers. I'm 77. I've never smoked a cigarette in my life. And I've got 58 surgeries under my belt, 3 of which were heart surgeries last year. We just want to enjoy our property another 10 minutes without being put off it. Should this assessment go through without help being reduced at the proposed new mill rate is still going to raise our taxes over $2,000. I get $1,173 a month SSDI. And the medical bills for my wife's chemo and cancer treatments and my treatments, I mean, can't even afford tuna fish. We don't drive brand new cars. Matter of fact, my vehicle is out front here. It's a 1993 Pontiac Grand Am.
Okay.
Can I answer the questions?
No. Are you actually, yeah, I see that it says something about an apiary. What exactly is that? Bees?
Yes, we have, under PA 490, we got approved as a farm. We raise honeybees.
Okay.
And the last tree that came down took out 7 of our colonies. And we tried to sue the abutting neighbor whose tree came down, but they claimed it was an act of nature, and insurance companies wouldn't touch it, and there isn't a lawyer in the tri-state area that will represent us with tree issues because of Connecticut's tree laws.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. And those colonies, they were completely wiped out, or you were able to salvage them?
They were wiped out. There was no salvaging. They were wiped out on Thanksgiving Day in November. So it was, by the time they were smashed and the bees were out in the cold, each queen got lost. First, the colony, the physical woodenware got decimated, and we lost all the bees, all the honey, the winter stores to get them through, and each one has a queen, and by losing that. Mm-hmm. Now, rebuilding the new woodenware over the winter and setting it up the next year, it takes 1 year for them to colonize it, draw out comb and cells, so the next year, there's a possibility you can get honey. In beekeeping, there is no guarantee. Mm-hmm. None.
And just, when did that happen? This, in November of 25?
Yes, sir. Okay. And like I said, there isn't, you have no idea how many law firms I called to try to represent me, to help just get these neighbors to trim back their trees. I had the town of Fairfield arborist come out. He wanted no part of it. He says, there's nothing I can do for you.
Okay. And they're saying you can't do anything because the trees belong to someone else?
Yes, they bought our property, okay. But they are hanging over.
Yeah.
And then all of them on the hill are leaning on our property because the hill elevates, goes up.
Okay.
And our yard right now is mush. Mm-hmm. That's how saturated it is.
Sure. Okay. All right. I mean, I did look at your pictures. So that accident, I have read through this whole packet. Absolutely, yeah.
Forgive me.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the 9 accidents, 2 years ago, one of them involved my wife and I. We were pulled over right in front of the house with our signal light on, mm-hmm. waiting to pull in the driveway. We were rear-ended. Matter of fact, here's all my new teeth. Mm. And the car was going so fast, it took the length of 1.5 telephone poles for her to stop. Mm. A young girl with her kids in the car.
That's right. Yeah.
And we were pulled over, just waiting for a chance to shoot in our driveway.
Sure. Okay.
It is not an advantage to live on Black Rock Turnpike. It's a detriment, it's a disadvantage. 41 years ago, you could get out and go shopping. Mm-hmm. Now, you take your life in your hands. I just want to be treated fair. I want to be able to live here for the remainder of our lives, my wife and mine. And I don't want to hear the phrase, well, with the high appraisal, it's good resale value. We are never going to sell a house. We're going to die there. And then my son's going to get it.
Okay. All right. All right. Is there anything else that you want to add? Okay. So I have all this information, which will be scanned into our system and into the file, which then will all of our board members will have access to it.
Sure.
All right. We will meet, and as a majority of the board will meet and will discuss, deliberate, and vote on your appeal. All right. If you are given any kind of relief, you would not be able to come back until the next reevaluation, which is 5 years from now. Okay, if you are denied, you would be able to come back again next year and appeal again.
Sure.
And of course, you do have the right to take this to court if you disagree with our decision, and there will be instructions on how to appeal in that. Okay. Just to let you know, we've had close to 1,000 appeals this revaluation, and so we are just asking for your patience because it's going to take us a while to get through all the deliberations.
Sure.
All right. And so, but you'll know one way or another before when they have to make the final decisions on that. So
I just don't want to get taxed out of
right.
town.
Sure. Right.
I really
right.
don't.
I can understand that. So.
When you show my loyalty, 41 years I've been here.
Yeah, right, yeah. So, all right. I don't want to cut you off, but I just need to keep it, try to keep it concise. So, is there anything else that I can, you want me to add here? I'd be happy to.
It's just tough keeping it afloat with the prices of everything today, and this plastic water issue, and the traffic and the accidents.
Right.
And we just want to live out our days here without getting taxed to death.
Sure.
Please.
Sure.
$245 is a fair amount. I mean, if it has to go up with the lowering of the mill rate, I understand that, I get it. But make it bearable if you can.
Right.
Please.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming in. Let me just stop the recording here. Okay, this is Peter Rupert. It is March 9th, 2026, and I'm here to hear appeal number 518 for 199 Bittersweet Road. The hearing time right now is 4:16. Okay, can you just confirm some information for me here? This is appeal number 518, and it's for 199 Bittersweet Road.
Yeah.
Okay, and the owner is Adele Keene.
Yeah.
Okay, and the town has valued your property at $1,497,200.
Yeah.
And you're asking for that to be reduced to $1 million.
Yeah.
Okay, and let's see here. Okay, and you are the appellant, Adele Keene.
Yeah.
And
Peter
Di
Domenico, Didomenico.
All right, hold on. Didomenico. All right, thanks. All right, and are you going to be providing testimony
Yes.
as well? Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm going to be swearing both of you in then, okay?
Okay.
All right. Adele, if you would just state that you are the owner of 199 Bittersweet Road, please.
Yes, I'm the owner of 199 Bittersweet Road.
All right, thank you. And if you would both raise your right hands. All right. Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay. I do. All right, thanks. So what I just need you to do right here is to sign on the top and then just print on the bottom, please.
Do I need to sign as well?
Yes, please. Thank you. All right, so this will be your opportunity now to provide testimony and evidence as to why you believe the market value of your home on October 1st, 2025 was $1 million and not the value that was assigned by the town. Just remember that market value is what your home most likely would have sold for on that date, all right? And just please be concise.
Okay. Adele asked me to come along and speak, so thanks for your service. I'm sure it's quite an ordeal. Adele got her assessment back whatever number of months ago, and at that time, she reached out to a real estate agent and opened up a discussion about whether, you know, at the original price, I think you saw that it was reduced from the 1.6 number to 1.5. And so the original number seemed abnormally high in terms of market value. She reached out to a friend who was a real estate agent and asked about the value that had been assessed. The realtor's indication was that that would be quite high for a 20-something hundred square foot, 50-year-old home in that area. And the homes that were selling in the 1, 5, or 6 range generally were completely redone, you know, new windows, roof, you know, completely remodeled kitchen and interior, exterior landscaping, many had pools as well. So that number seemed abnormally high. Adele made an appointment to come down here, and the first opportunity to speak to the folks at Vision, I think, or whoever they are. And she spoke to them about there was a disproportionate value applied to her land, particularly. Excuse me. And I guess they agreed about the, you know, large assessment that was, you know, attached to her home, and they reduced that by $100,000, which is, you know, a nice number, and certainly she appreciates that. Beyond that, she opened up some dialogue, you know, with others, and it seemed to be consistent. This number was high, still high. I actually came down here and got the appeal form. And I don't know whether it was somebody that worked here or somebody that was walking around. I asked about appraisers because they indicated a market appraisal was needed. And as you can see, the appraisal was done with, I forget, the Cadre appraisal group. Apparently, they've been doing appraisals in town for 40 years, and they're well respected. And since they are in town and been around, that their appraisal carries, you know, weight with it. So you can see the value that they came in at $1 million, and Adele attached it to the form and submitted it.
Sure. Okay. All right. And who is it that you were speaking with about the real estate agents that you were speaking with about this originally?
Ellen Fusco.
Okay. All right. And she indicated that this was too high, based on like the other properties seem to be, you know, better condition, newer windows, newer, you know, upgrades and pools. All right. You do not have a pool?
No pool.
Yeah. No. Okay. All right. And since your last since the last reval, did you do any work on your home?
Since the last reval, when was that?
That would have been 2020.
No.
2020, yeah, 2020, yeah.
No.
Okay. Let me just here. All right, and the appraiser used some comps here. Do you have any other comps that you think would be relevant to you? I mean, here, you know, he or she, I don't know, said, you know, 1510 Congress Street, 164 Tanglewood Lane, and 1111 Merwin's Lane. Were there, and then I think there were others. So,
Maybe there were.
is there? Oh, actually, there were some more.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so there's 1569. Sorry about that. 1569 Brookside Drive, and 235 Dunham Road, and 340 Merwin's Lane, and just make sure there's nothing else. Okay. So, all right. So those are the comps. Did you have any other comps that you wanted to provide? No. Okay. All right. All right. I just want to make sure I have everything here. So you are, this is more about the land value than the actual home value? Is that what you're?
I think it's both.
Both.
Really both.
Okay, all right.
Well, the land is normal. I think it was disproportionately valued relative to whatever they had used, or she's not quite sure. But also, it's not really, I mean, all lots aren't made the same, right? She's got a lot that's got a steep driveway, you know, down the hill. It's not exactly a perfect lot. I mean, it's a nice house, and we're not disparaging. I'm sure people come in here, my homes are dumb.
Yeah.
All these other places are palaces. I mean, she's not suggesting that. But the agent felt, you know, that compared to other homes that the agent and the appraiser both shared the same sentiment, that they had actually been in, driven by, got a sense, went in, looked at the pictures of their listings, that it supported, those units were nicer and more valuable, and suggested that the ones that the appraiser picked out were fair overall value.
Yeah, okay. Anything else about, I mean, the property itself? I mean, the steep, you know, you said steep driveway. I mean, is there a front lawn? I mean, I can pull up the picture, but I probably more need to see like the.
There's a front
aerial.
lawn, and the driveway is steep, so you go down into it.
Yeah.
And then at the back, there are some wetlands.
Some wetlands in the
Yeah.
back.
And then, you know, in terms of the land value, the land here, the town valued it at $823,000. If you look at my neighbor's house, which is much better, you know, I know it's all relatives, but they have a pool and, you know, landscape,
Okay,
and theirs is valued at $550,000. So quite a substantial change.
okay.
And all they.
And what, do you know what number that is?
Yeah, it's on Stirrup Hill, and it is 58 Stirrup Hill.
Easter. Okay. All right. Is that something that's already in the file?
It's
I
the
mean-
town, it's in the file, so
Oh,
I'll
okay.
give it to you guys.
Okay, yeah, I got right here. Yeah. Okay. Right. So, and you're saying that one came in, yeah, I mean, there's one difference.
It's a much more
Okay.
private piece of property, that
Okay.
property.
Private, you said, you
Private,
know,
it's got a pool,
full flat.
flat,
Okay.
nice lawn driveway.
Okay.
I guess the overall sentiment from the appraiser and the real estate agent were that, you know, the homes at 1.5 they're not comparable homes. You know, they're nicer, they're bigger, the lots are level, there's pools, they're, you know, like I said before, they're not to be redundant, you don't have to, you know, listen to this all day, but, you know, they're all redone, so they're not, it's not a real apples to apples, and the homes, like that the appraiser chose, were consistent in age and acreage and, you know, condition and so on, so that's, you know, I know it seems like she's requesting a significant reduction, but that would assume that the 1.6 number was accurate in the beginning. You know what I mean? This appears to be a relatively accurate number as just looking at the data that's out there now. And assuming that the appraiser did a good job, which we think they did, and that somebody that you guys recognize as a good appraiser.
Okay. Anything else that you want to add? No? Okay, so let me just tell you our process here. What I'll do is I'll bring your petition to a majority of our board of assessment appeals. We have 9 members right now, and so we'll deliberate and we'll make a decision and we'll vote on it. All right. If we do give you any kind of relief, you would, and it could be anywhere. It could be either your number, or it could be potentially be more than your number, or, you know, less than your number. But any kind of relief, you would not be able to come back for 5 years until the next reevaluation. If we deny it, then you could come back again next year and appeal again, and you can always bring it and appeal in court. All right, and some directions will be given to you. The decision, once we've voted, you'll get a letter within 7 days telling you what our decision is. All right, so we have close to 1,000 appeals this year, and so we are planning on anticipating being here until May. So if you would just be patient, we're going to get, I can't tell you, like, oh, we're gonna get to it next week, 2 weeks, right? It could be a while, but, we'll get to it, okay? All right? So, if you don't have anything further, then I'm gonna just end our hearing here, okay? Thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for your time. Appreciate your time.
Okay, this is Peter Rupert. It's March 9th, 2026, and I'm hearing appeal number 263. The start time is 4:33. I'm just going to go through some information here, and just please confirm for me. This is appeal number 263. The property address is 30 Memory Lane. The owners of this property are Anjali, is that how you say it? And Vikram Kukreja? Is that, okay, I apologize. All right. The town has valued your property $894,500, and you're asking for that to be reduced to $675,000. All right. Everything's good there? All right. And so the appellant is here, and I'm just going to... All right. So right now, if you would just both state that you are the owners of 30 Memory Lane, and just that. If you state your names and then state that you're the owners of 30 Memory Lane.
Vikram Kukreja, owner of 30 Memory Lane, Fairfield.
And Kukreja, owner of 30 Memory Lane, Fairfield.
Okay, thanks. And so now I'm going to just sign you in, swear you in. So if you would raise your right hand. All right, do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. So what I just need is for you to both sign here and here, and then just print down, please. Thank you.
There you go.
All right, so this is your time now to provide testimony and evidence as to why you believe the market value of your home on October 1st, 2025 was $675,000 and not the value assigned by the town, okay? Market value is what your home most likely would have sold for on that date, all right? And just try to be as succinct as possible.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, when we look at the vicinity properties which were recently sold or on sale are in the range of 650. I have, it's okay to tell the property?
Yes, yeah.
It's like the 293 Sigwin Drive, which is just less than 50 meters from our place. It's selling at $649,000. Another property, 375 High Street. It's selling for.
Can you just spell, what was it's 293, can you just spell it?
Sigwin Drive, SIGWIN.
Okay.
Drive.
Yep, okay, and then High Street
And
was 375?
375 High Street is selling for, sold for $660,000. And another property which is at 274 High Street is at $699,900.
It's sold or is it on the market?
Let's see, what does it say? Yeah, it is probably on sale. This was probably 1 month ago, price reduced, it says 699, 900.
Okay.
So I mean, on the basis of that, it looks like our property is not much different from the properties in our vicinity. I'm not a professional real estate person, but this is what it looks like. And also, I mean, this property, 30 Memory Lane, is about 42 years old, and we are at this place for about 13 years. So except for minimal repairs and maintenance, I mean, the property needs major renovations, which in last summer or there around we got some quotes about like the heating system, which is there since inception from over 40 years old. It has to be changed, and the quotation is between $12,000 and $15,000. And like our kitchen needs another big renovation, which is change of cabinets and countertops, which I have estimate from Home Kitchen, which is Home Depot, which goes around 45,000, and then in Home Kitchen even it gave us a very high estimate. And we have wooden floors which are not taken care of for many years. When we entered this house, we just varnished to just make it look better, but now they are in not a good condition. And the painting of the house is not done for over 20 years, which is another, my estimate is probably another 10 to 15,000. So I mean, from the outside it looks okay because we have a newer roof and painting which is about 5 years old now. So outside it looks okay, but inside it needs some good renovations, say about 80,000 to 100,000. So I mean, if you put some, say, if I'm a buyer going in the house, I mean, I would obviously put these things in to my attention that, okay, your house, this needs so many different things to update.
Sure.
So I mean, how can you ask for a price which is the market value? I mean, so, I mean, that is, I mean, in totality, this is what we feel that the house cannot be $894,000.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. So the kitchen is the original kitchen of the
Yes.
home? Okay.
Yes.
And you said you did, when you moved in, you did some like revarnishing of
Basically,
yeah.
some
Okay.
refacing, you can say, like, I don't know the exact word, but like varnish, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to, is that all in your file here? You submitted all that information that you have there?
Yes, submitted, yeah.
All right. I mean, I do
To
see
Tyler
stuff, yeah.
Technologies and to Town as well.
Okay. All right. And did you come for a informal hearing with Tyler?
That was on the phone, yes.
It was on the phone? Okay.
Right.
And did you get, I don't see it, I can go back and look. Were you given some, a change at all? Let me see. Here, you did get some kind of change at the hearing.
Yes, I think so, yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Minimum.
Steady, yeah.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah. Well, you're doing the right thing, right? Coming
Yeah,
in.
I mean, even the Tyler Technologies, I was not much satisfied talking to them because I asked basic question, what is your basis of the property being 905,000? And I mean, I couldn't get a good answer. I was asking whether it's a square feet area times some rate, or you're looking at the Zillow rates or the range of rates in the market. So I mean, the person was, whoever it was, not, it was just it looked to me as if they had done just an Excel sheet to just provide rates to me, or at least to me, I would say, yeah.
Okay. All right. So let me just explain the process here, okay? what I will do is I will bring your petition to a majority of our board, and we'll vote on it, we'll deliberate and then vote on it. Everyone will have access to your file and be able to look at it, and, you know, we'll look through your comps and all that. And then, once we've made that decision, you'll be notified by mail within 7 days. If we provide some relief to you, all right, either to your value, could be beyond your value, could be less than your value, you would not be able to come back to appeal again till the next revaluation in 5 years. If we do deny it outright, then you would be able to come back again next year and appeal again, all right? And then you do have a right to bring it to court if you disagree with our decision, and some instructions will be provided about that, all right? And, you know, we have almost 1,000 appeals, and so it's going to take a long time. I mean, we're probably going to be doing this into May, so just to let you know, please be patient, and you will be heard. And, all right, so, well, thank you. Oh, sure, go on.
A quick question, what exactly happens when, say, the property prices come down, like if we see the economy is going towards stagflation or something like that, or it looks to me already it has come down by at least 5% or something.
Yeah.
And if it keeps going down, so the property taxes also affect, or how does it work?
Right. Well, you know, we don't set the taxes. We just look at, you know, your argument, your evidence as to what the value is versus what the town has proposed. You know, so the date is October 1st, 2025. So, you know, but, you know, I can't tell you about, you know, the taxes and how that would impact you.
Okay.
All right, so sorry about that.
Yeah.
All right, so, all right, so, thank you very much. Really appreciate you coming in. Let me just, yes.
Commission for 10 years.
Oh, you are.
Yeah, I remember the music.
Yeah, right. All right, so my name is Peter Rupert. I'm going to be conducting this hearing tonight. It's March 9th, 2026, and our start time here for hearing appeal number 520 is 4:47 p.m. All right, Mr. McCoy, if you would just confirm something. This is appeal 520. It's for 26 Barlow Plain Drive.
Correct.
Okay. The owners of this property are Allison and Christopher McCoy.
Yes.
All right. The town valued your property at $947,300, and you're asking for that to be reduced to $750,000.
Correct.
Correct. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So if you would just, for the record, I'm going to ask you just to state your name and that you are the owner of 26 Barlow Plain Drive, please.
Christopher J. McCoy. I am the owner of 26 Barlow Plain Drive, Fairfield, Connecticut, 06824.
Okay. And then I'm just going to administer an oath here. If you raise your right hand, do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay. So if you do me a favor and just, you're going to sign on the top and then just print on the bottom, please. Thank you. All right, so Mr. McCoy, this is going to be your opportunity now to provide testimony and evidence as to why you believe the market value of your home on October 1st, 2025 was $750,000 and not the value assigned by the town, and market value is what your home most likely would have sold for on that date. All right, so.
Correct. So it's my understanding that the appraisal is based upon what the home value would sell for.
Mm-hmm.
We recently had a contractor in, and here I'm going to present you some photographs. So this is my basement, and there are stress fractures in the concrete foundation,
Okay.
okay? And if you go immediately above the foundation into my den, you can see these stress fractures creeping
Okay.
almost up towards the second floor. So this is a sizable investment for us. My house is from 1972. There have been no improvements upon it. You know, if anything, it might even be a tear down. And, you know, when I'm looking at the comps, and the town is on record saying the average is 58.5% increase. The town came in with my property at 91% increase. Now, that is going to result in a 33% increase in my taxes, which is very, very high, especially when the town is on record at 58.5. So if that's the average, you know, I'd like to be assessed somewhere within that neighborhood. So what I have in front of me here, sir, are recent comps in my neighborhood, which is, I guess, is 080 on the town map.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, this goes back May all the way up through September, so prior to the October 1st valuation. So we can see here 650,000, 720,000, 677,000, 711,000, 660,000, 760, 800, 786,000, right? All right, these are neighborhood houses, same size as mine. I don't know what was done inside or out, but these are recent comps within the previous few months. Now, if we go even further, I live on a small cul-de-sac with 8 houses. So these are neighbors of mine who've actually done improvements, all right? This is the most expensive appraisal valuation on a house that is probably 25 to 35% larger than mine. 838, if you have me at 947, all right? Then we come to 816. Then we come down to 778, then we come to 718, all right? The valuation of these houses would fall somewhere in that market.
Mm-hmm.
Mine coming in at close to $1 million is way, way off. In some cases, it's off, you know, 718 up to 950. I mean, you're talking a 40% increase in valuation for homes on a small cul-de-sacs that are all the same.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, these are all the recent ones. You know, again, 91% increase in appraisal. Town is on record at 58.5. I'm also graded as a C in terms of property. I don't know what the proper word is here. The way the building structure is valued at a C. You know, we're not at an A, we're not at a B, we're not at a B minus. We're at a solid C. You know, that's a structure that, you know, 54 years old, probably not long for this life. Okay, and then the other thing that's kind of interesting is in the last 5 years, the improvement, 183,700 to 285,900. We did not put $102,200 into the house over the last 5 years. If anything, that 183 should be going down in value. I get that the land goes up in value, but the structure has not improved in 5 years. Structures over time wear down like a car. So what I ask, you know, to be fair, is to value me, you know, in line with that 50 to 58% increase, somewhere within that neighborhood. 91%, I can't do it. It's a 33% increase in taxes.
Okay. And have you, in the last 5 years, done any improvements at all?
No.
Nothing, okay.
No. There's no additions, no new kitchen, no new bathrooms.
Okay.
So, no improvements.
Okay. Are you giving me these?
Yeah,
for
so that shows, so, you know, what I was told is if we can show damage to the house, as you can see, this is the basement, structural crack, which immediately goes upstairs, and it keeps, over time, starting to go up. So there's a lot of damage here that would need to be repaired. So what, you know, if a contractor were to come in or we were to put the house on the market tomorrow, you know, immediately, you know, the person they hire to assess the value of the house, they're going to start to see this.
Sure.
So they're not going to give me $950,000 for this.
Sure.
And this is a concrete foundation, and you know how those expensive can be. You know, you've been seeing what's going on in Connecticut in terms of the eastern part of the state. width and stuff after
Sure.
30-plus years.
Right.
So it's coming north.
Mhm. And this is, so the walls, what walls?
This is the wall this is the den immediately above the basement, which abuts to the stairs going to the second floor.
Okay,
So we can see the cracks starting down below and working its way north.
okay.
And that is essentially one half of the house is structurally not looking great.
Mhm.
And, this is something that I have to work with, but again, if I were to put this on the market tomorrow, there's no way we're getting $950,000.
Mhm.
This is where we're gonna fall somewhere in this range.
Mhm.
What that range is, again, 50 to 58% increase, not 91. And I'd be, palatable to be able to handle that increase, but a 33% increase in taxes is just very difficult. I have a daughter going off to college in September, so, it's tough to stomach.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so I see that these pictures are in the
Yeah.
in the file here, so, let me just see, these are all, we'll do these.
I came back a second day because originally I showed properties that were between January and October, and I was told I'd have to go previously.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the evaluations after October 1st were, even better for my case, but those are the ones that are, immediately in the neighborhood that I could walk to.
Okay.
And, we don't live in a neighborhood. My neighborhood's really old, if you know the area off North Benson. So you're not gonna find McMansions from the beach over there. It's hard to take. It's not one of these neighborhoods where houses are getting knocked down and they're putting up what you see down on Reef Road
Yeah,
or anything like that.
right,
It's
right.
Small properties, historic houses. If anything, mine's probably one of the newer ones at 54 years old.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to add?
No, that's all.
All right. So you can keep these.
Okay.
I'm going to keep this so it seems like this information back here is not in the file. This is in the file, but this doesn't.
Yeah, those are
Yeah.
my immediate neighbors as well.
Okay. All right. So let me just explain our process. All right. So what I'll do is I will take your petition and I'll bring it to a majority of our board for a vote. All right. We'll deliberate and vote on it. They all have access to the file, they'll see the comps, we'll, review the comps, and we'll make a decision, okay? So if we provide some relief to you, either to your amount, to more than your amount, to less than your amount, you would not be able to come back for 5 years to appeal again until the next revaluation. If we deny it, though, you would be able to come back next year and appeal again.
Okay.
All right? And if you disagree with our decision, you could take it to court and appeal in court, and some instructions will be provided in your decision letter. We do have almost 1,000 appeals, and so we're asking for your patience because we will probably be doing this until May.
Okay.
So just to let you know, but
Yeah.
we will get to it and give you a fair hearing.
Okay,
All right.
thank you, I appreciate that, Mr.
So-
Rick. And then I will receive a letter.
And then, yes, actually, once we do decide, then you will, in 7 days, you'll get a decision letter.
Okay,
at that
so
point.
I should expect something
Okay.
towards the end of May?
Well, hopefully you'll get it before that. We just, right now, what we're focused on is just doing all the hearings, and then we'll start to do the deliberation on the appeals, so.
Understandable. All right,
So, all right, well, thank you so much.
All right, take care.
Appreciate you coming in.
Happy spring.
Yeah, All right. So this is Peter Rupert for the Board of Assessment Appeals, Monday, March 9th, 2026, and I'm hearing appeal number 541, and the start time is 5:11. Okay. So I'm just going to go through some information and just confirm for me, please.
Sure.
This is appeal number 541. It's 390 Half Mile Road.
Correct.
The owners are Mary and Riley McDonald, and the town valued your property at $1,619,800, and you're asking for them to the town to reduce that to $1,462,500.
Correct.
Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And Mary.
Okay, that makes sense. All right.
All right, so if you would do me a favor, if you would just state for the record, both of you, state for the record that you are the owners of 390 Half Mile Road, please.
We're the owners
You're
of
the owner of
390
390
Half Mile Road.
State your name, sorry.
Oh, sorry, I'm Mary McDonald, and I'm an owner of 390 Half Mile Road.
Riley McDonald, I'm an owner of 390 Half Mile Road.
Okay, great, thanks. And if you'd put your right hands up, please. Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment field now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
We do.
I do.
Okay, all right. So if you would do me a favor and just both, just sign on the top and then print down below. All right, thanks so much. All right, so this is going to be your opportunity now to provide testimony and evidence as to why you believe that the fair market value of your home on October 1st, 2025 was $1,462,500 and not the value assigned by the town. Just remember, market value is what your home most likely would have sold for on that date, and just please be as succinct as you can, all right?
Sure.
Thanks.
Just kind of explain the positions.
Sure.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. So thanks for the time, first and foremost. So we looked at it two ways in terms of how we came to that value. The first was based on historical facts related to our own home at 390 Half Mile. And I'll touch on that. We purchased the home on August 16th of 2024, so it was just outside of the base period. But there were some facts there that we thought we considered in landing our valuation, and there were some facts related to comparable homes in the town of Fairfield that were 5-bed, 2.5 baths in similar neighborhoods in the town that had similar characteristics from a comparable home perspective. So we looked at it both ways. First, on our home, we purchased it August 16th of 2024. That was the close date, and it was a very quick close. It was under 30 days. That was 46 days outside of the base period for the reassessment, which we appreciate is not within the calendar year. But from our perspective, it was still relevant as a fact pattern, given how close it was to the time period. And when we purchased the home, we were moving from Florida. It was a highly competitive market. So this was the fourth home that we made an attempt to purchase, and the three others that we looked at went for materially over asking price within a weekend of being on the market. So all that is background. We felt at the time that definitely reflected the fair market when we got under contract on this home, and we purchased this home for $1,305,000, again, on August 16th of 2024. When we look at the year-over-year price increase, or sorry, let me say the price increase from when we closed on August 16th to the assessment period of October in 2025, the appraised value represented a 24% increase in value, or 21% on an annualized basis, adjusting for sort of the calendar year. By contrast, our proposed price is 12% increase in value over that period, which is 11% on an annualized basis. And one thing we looked at to justify that valuation was our proposed price of 11% on an annualized basis was just above the town's reported value of 10.4% value increase on an annual basis. Over the 5 years, they reported 63.88% in aggregate. So it's roughly in line with the town's overall progression. And when you take that compared to what we paid 13 months earlier, we felt like that was support for landing where we did on the valuation. So that was all dimension number one of our analysis. And then dimension number two was the comparable homes analysis. So we looked at 3 homes there that we selected with a local real estate agent who's licensed that we know. The first one was 503 Mountain Laurel Road. The second one was 478 Crestwood Road, and then the third one was 499 Hollydale Road. All three of those homes were 5-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom.
I just want to catch up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, that's okay, it's all right. So I have, oops, where did you go? All right, so I got 503 Mountain Laurel.
Yes.
All right, I got 478 Crestwood, okay. And 499 Hollydale, okay, all right.
And we submitted pictures
Sure,
of
yeah.
the comments there as well, yeah. So from a square footage perspective, those were all similar to our house. They were all 5 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. They all, in our view, were priced during the base period. One of the three didn't close until January, but it went under contract. Crestwood Road closed in January, but it went under contract on September 17th. So we assumed that it was priced during the base period. And the prices on those were $1.4 million for 503 Mountain Laurel, $1.45 million for 478 Crestwood, and then $1.6 million for 499 Hollydale Road. We looked at the locations where those were. We're kind of in the Southport Greenfield Hill line, so there's nothing directly in our neighborhood. Mm-hmm. We view those as comparable locations in Fairfield. One was in Greenfield Hill, which we live close to. One was in the university area on a desirable street, and then one was in the Lake Hill, Sam Mortar area. Mm-hmm. All of them were colonial, so aesthetically they kind of looked similar from the outside. And all of them had sizable lots. Our lot, for context, is about 1 acre, but it's hilly, so it's not a usable yard. Two of these were smaller than ours, but comparable in terms of usable yard. That was the 503 Mountain Laurel and the 478. They were 0.55 and 0.59 acres, but it was flat usable space. And then the last one, 499 Hollydale Road, was, I believe that was larger than ours. That was just over 1 acre. So we think those three taken together were the best comps that we could identify in the market during the base period. They were also all updated, whereas our house when we bought it had not been touched. The owners had been in there for 30 or 35 years, and they hadn't updated.
We have one completely original bathroom.
Yes, those all had brand new kitchens and bathrooms, at least based on the pictures. So from a comparable homes perspective, what we did to arrive at our value was we took the value of those three homes, and then we also looked at what our house was valued at based on the Zillow's estimate at the time of the base period. We took the average of those four things, and that landed at the $1,462,500 value. And then when you take into account the historical precedents we touched on our home and the 11% year-over-year increase that we projected on an annualized basis, we felt like both of those facts taken together supported that valuation that we arrived at.
Okay, thanks. Just tell me about, so you said just about your acre. You said it's hilly, it's not usable. What does that mean? Just
so the backyard, so the front yard, when you look at it from the street, you go up a big hill to get to our house.
Okay.
So the front yard really slopes off quickly. So a lot of the space up front is kind of like tree-lined area that has not been cleared out. And in the back, right behind our house, it's almost straight up a hill. Okay. So it does flatten out at the top, but it backs into the land trust area, and that's all uncleared kind of tree area space.
There is a small side yard.
There's a small side yard, yes, but I don't know the exact dimensions of the side yard, but the majority of our lot is in the backyard area up above the hill, which is undeveloped property, whereas the homes that we looked at had fenced-in backyards that were flat, the comments, I should say.
Okay. All right. And so you've not done anything. You said you have not updated since you've been there.
We haven't done anything. We painted. We haven't done a bathroom. We haven't done a kitchen. Nothing major.
All right. All right. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I've got your comps. You've given me some good information here. All right. Anything else that you would like to add?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm assuming everything that you provided was already provided.
Yes, we were. Yes. Yep.
Okay, great. Yep. So, all right, let me just explain our process, okay? So, what I will do is I'll take your petition and I'll present it to our board. Everybody has access to the file, the comps, we'll look through them, and then we'll vote and make a decision. All right, if we provide any type of relief to you, then you would not be able to come back and appeal again. So if we got it down to the number you said, even more, less, you know, in between there, you wouldn't be able to do anything for 5 years till the next revaluation. If we do deny it, though, you would be able to come back and appeal again next year, all right? And then if you know, were dissatisfied with either of those, then you could go to court and appeal in court, and there will be instructions on how to do that if you so choose, all right? Within 7 days of our decision, you'll get a decision, within 7 days of our decision, you will get a letter that explains our decision, and you will, so that, anyway, that's what will happen. Then I'm just gonna tell you, we have like close to 1,000 appeals, and so we are actually anticipating doing this into May.
Okay.
And so, you know, I couldn't tell you when we'll get to it, but we will by May, all right?
Sure.
So, any other questions, anything you want to add?
No, thank you very much.
Okay, all right, well, thanks so much for your time, really
Thank you.
appreciate it. Okay, this is Peter Rupert, for the Board of Assessment Appeals, Monday, March 9th, 2026, and I'm going to be hearing appeal number 836, and the start time is going to be 6:20. Okay, and so just confirm some information for me. This is appeal number 836 for 39 Lisbon Drive. The owners of this property are Amy Guerrero and Stephen O'Brien. Okay. The town valued your property at $588,200, and you're asking that be reduced to $500,000.
Yes.
Correct. Okay. All right. And so I just need for the record, if you would just both state your names and that you are the owners of 39 Lisbon Drive.
My name is Amy Guerrero, and I am one of the co-owners of 39 Lisbon Drive.
I am Stephen O'Brien, and I am also one of the co-owners of 39 Lisbon Drive.
Okay. And I am going to swear you in now, so please raise your right hands. And do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, great. Thanks. So if you would just both just sign on the top and then on the print on the bottom, please. All right, so this is going to be your opportunity now to provide testimony and evidence as to why you believe that the fair market value of your home on October 1st, 2025 was $500,000 and not the value that the town assigned. Just remember that market value is what your home most likely would have sold for on that date. All right, so go ahead.
Should we just read the reason?
Sure.
Well, we did research online and various websites, and we found that the assessed values seem to be more than it ought to be. We found comparable homes, 2 hours, 3 that were relatively close by, sold in our neighborhood with assessments or with sale values that were at or below $500,000.
Yes.
And we provided listings and attached them to our.
Okay, so you want to just tell me, read the number, like the house number and street number?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So the first one is 132 Toll House Lane. And that's
132 Toll House?
Yeah, 132 Toll House Lane. And that is in our school district, North Strathfield.
Mm-hmm.
That sold for $480,000.
And when did it sell?
September 30th, 2025.
Okay.
What are you looking for?
Yeah, the date.
Yeah, it's right there.
Oh, gosh, it's so small.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then the next one was across the street from us, 50 Lisbon Drive. And that went for $500,000 as well. And that sold on May 27th, 2025. Right, and then the third one that we found was 309 Marlborough Terrace, and that sold for $500,000 on August 11th, 2025.
Okay. And I do have all these in the file here. Okay.
So these three properties and the houses are very comparable to the house that we live in, very close by where we are. So the two are in the North Strathfield area, and one, Marlborough, is not too far from.
No, they're all, they're all in North Strathfield.
No, these that's not.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Marlborough, I believe, might be McKinley.
No, it's not North Strathfield. It's not.
Marlborough is
Okay.
this one?
Is North Strathfield. Ooh, okay. All right.
Tungus Hill neighborhood says.
Yeah.
So maybe
Not too
it's,
far. Right.
so, okay. All right. And so just tell me, have you updated your home? Done any, improvements?
The only one is the roof.
Okay.
But nothing indoors, really.
Right.
Nothing, yeah.
All right. How recent was the roof?
2023. No, yeah, 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
But nothing like an addition to the house or a redone kitchen or?
We still have the 1983 kitchen.
Which is actually coming back in style.
Yes. That's the thing. All right, anything else that, your property, like, the property itself that you want to highlight, that you think, might be relevant in terms of, the value that you're asking for versus
Right.
what the town has said?
It's similar in size, if that.
Well, actually, I mean, the house across the street has, I think, slightly more acreage. I mean, we have under a quarter acre. And actually, this house on Toll House Lane, I believe, is
Over a
on
half acre.
over a half acre and went for less than $500,000 for 480.
All right. All right. All right. Anything else that you?
I mean.
Well, it's just that we don't think it's unreasonable to ask for a reduction since these are three comps that were around the settlement
Sure.
period of time.
Okay. All right, well, let me just explain the process here. So what I will do is I will present your petition to a majority of our board. There are 9 of us now. There were 5 elected, and then we had to put 4 temporary on to help with the workload. So we'll come together and we'll deliberate and then vote on your appeal. If you are provided any kind of relief, either to your number at 500,000, more than that, or something in between, you would not be able to come back for the next 5 years until the next revaluation, all right, to appeal. If we deny your appeal, then you would be able to come back and appeal again next year, all right? And you are also, you have the right to go bring this appeal in court if you so choose, and some directions would be provided on, what you had to go about doing that. I will tell you that we have about 1,000 appeals, and so we're probably going to be doing this into May. And so just please be patient, but we will decide before then, or by then, I should say, your appeal, and, give you a fair hearing, with our group. Everyone has access to the files, they can look at the comps, right, and, provide input when we're making the decision. And just, when we've made our decision, you'll get a letter within 7 days of that, the decision being made. All right?
Will that include an explanation or just you've been denied, or?
Usually it's just, a denial, or here's what, you're being, relief that you're being given.
Okay.
All right. I mean, you are welcome to, we post them up, online.
Mm-hmm.
We put notice up, it's not like we don't actually call people and say, hey, we're going to be hearing tonight. We do post it up on the website and say, we're going to be hearing these particular properties, and, you're welcome to listen, but anyway, that's.
It certainly would be beneficial if we were denied and we didn't know why, then if we were given a reason why, then that would give us a reason perhaps not to pursue it again next year.
Right, yeah.
So, because it makes some sense to us that that it should be adjusted.
Right. So I guess, through that, listening to that recording, you could, make a decision if you wanted to then appeal again. But yeah, we generally don't provide a decision, just a, vote, who voted for, who voted against, and, okay, so.
Okay, so just a request, since we didn't get a letter for tonight's appointment, would it be possible to get information emailed to us, or?
Yeah, I mean, they should, I'm not sure why emails weren't sent out, but yes, so, it's going to be no letter and no email, but, so. Now you're talking about emailing, like the actual decision? Yeah, I mean, I'll find out about that, because obviously we had some kind of mishap here with the letters, so make sure that everybody gets their decision, in either form.
Yes.
I guess, technically the email doesn't serve as legal notice, but,
Right.
Right. Frankly, it should. It really should,
Just in the stage.
Yes, exactly. Exactly, but that's my.
Can I ask a question? And I know you probably have other people that are waiting, and I don't want to keep you.
Do you want this on the record, because we are still recording, so I just,
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just wondering what goes into, what metric is used to determine, yes, this is a request that we should honor, or no, it's one that we will deny. Is it proximity, how far the houses are from us? Or
I mean, that's possible, that, sure. I mean, we'll look at your comps. Are they really actual, comps that are relevant to, to your home? I mean, obviously, being close to your home, all these being very close sales, to the date of the revaluation, those are all strong, pieces of evidence. So that's generally how.
Okay. I just want to get some sense of, If it's denied, we think it's reasonable, the board will, if they decide that it's unreasonable, we won't really know why.
Yeah.
So that's neither here nor there.
And, I guess just in keeping with that, question about metrics, I mean, for the assessment itself, you know, when we got the letter, I don't believe there was information about how they established our assessment. Like, which comps did they use, right? That number doesn't come with specific comps, right?
So, you know, that part you would need to, you know, contact the assessor's office and speak to them about, you know, the exact process. I mean, there were some presentations by the revaluation company that are still online. You can listen to them to hear how they developed their, you know, what model they developed, how they developed the model. I mean, I will say that the model does, you know, they put in all sorts of information, and it does actually have to go, pardon me, it does actually have to go to the state and be approved and signed off by the state. And, you know, my understanding is it was like a 95%, you know, I don't know, what's the threshold, you know, measurement or something that they met in their data. So, you know, but you know, for more information on that, you should speak to them, because that's not really where.
Okay.
So.
Thank you.
All right. Sure. All right.
Our time is up.
Yeah. Well, you know. So, but. So I'm just going to do a couple things first. So my name is Peter Rupert, and I'll be hearing your appeal. I'm one of the members of the Board of Assessment Appeals. This is Monday, March 9th, 2026, and I'll be hearing appeal number 32, and the start time for this is 7:01. And if you would just confirm some information here. Yeah. This is appeal number 32 for the property address 257 Hollydale Road.
Correct.
Okay, and the owner is, or are, James and Pam Rotkamp?
Yes, and I'm
Okay.
James Rotkamp.
Okay, and then the town has valued your property at $1,687,400, and you're asking them to reduce that to $1,350,000.
Somewhere around there, yes. So,
I mean, if you want another number, I can.
No, that would be great. I have documentation to support that. I don't know.
All right, so yep, just give me a moment, yep. All right, so here, and so just for the record, just if you would state your name and just that you are the owner of 257 Hollydale Road.
Sure. James Peter Rotkamp. I own and live at 257 Hollydale Road, Fairfield, Connecticut, 06824.
Okay, and then if you would just raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay. And so here, if you would just sign and then print underneath there, please.
Sign and print my name?
Yes.
Okay, yes.
Okay, no.
Yeah, gotcha.
All right. So, Mr. Rotkamp, this is going to be your opportunity now to provide testimony and evidence as what you believe the market value of your home on October 1st, 2025 was $1,350,000, and not the value assigned by the town, all right? Just remember, market value is what your home most likely would have sold for on that date, and just, you know, try to be succinct.
Okay, so I've never done this before, so bear with me.
Okay.
What I did was I did an assessment of all the houses that are very similar to on my street. So I have 7 examples.
Okay.
All the homes on my area are 1+ acre zoning. So all the lots are between 1 and probably 1.3 acres. Fairly flat. If you go down the other side, I didn't use those, there's a lot of ledge, which could implement it. I am in the wetland setback, which I know when I put a pool in, I had to jump through hoops with conservation. So, and when I look at these, and I'm happy to give you a copy, I know this is being recorded, but if you look at these, I listed, and on the second page, I have them mapped out to where they are location-wise to my house. So all these houses are built in the early to mid-60s. My house is 3,595 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths. Yes, it's updated in the last 15 years, and the assessed value is 1,687, roughly. Across the street from me, 119, his house is updated, built in 66. It's about 6 square feet bigger than mine. It's 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, and it's 1,476. And so on. And then again across the street, 200, 1965, 3688, almost 100 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, 113. So I am the highest one by about $300,000 of all these. So what, I understand the real estate market has gone nuts, and these houses are going for more money. But I don't understand why mine has an appraisal amount so much more than similar houses that are literally a stone's throw away from me. Similar properties. Yes, I have a pool and a generator, but also one of these has a pool that they just put in a generator, and his is $250,000 less than mine, and larger square feet. So I accept the fact that the value of my home went up, but I don't think it went up as much as the company appraised. And I apologize because I didn't get the information that there was an informal appeal.
Mm-hmm.
I would have done that to dispute the company.
Sure.
And people told me to hire an attorney. I don't want to hire an attorney. I just want to state my case.
Mm-hmm.
If you can show me why mine's at 1,687, I'll accept it. But I don't see it based on the comps on my street. I printed all the. I don't know if you want this. I have each house in order, including mine, the field cards from Vision Appraisal that list the square feet. It lists everything about the house, and I just think mine was overassessed.
All right. Yeah, you can provide me anything that you want to leave with me. I'll put it in the file. It will be scanned.
Do you want the application?
That I don't need. I mean, I'll tell you what I have in the file right now. So I have, your application. I have your property card. I have property card for 200 Hollydale.
Okay.
I have a property same card. I have a property card for 119 Hollydale. Okay, so those are the only two I have in here. So if you had provided more, because it seems that maybe they didn't scan like the backs of things.
I didn't. That was just my application.
Those are just, okay, so fine.
And I'm just trying to put these in order for you. So, no. I mean, do you need the field cards, or do you look them up, or how?
I mean, we can. I mean, we can look them up.
Okay,
we have
well, I'm trying to make it easy for you.
So it's up to you how you want to do it.
Oh, wait, there it is, 124. Oh, I did all this, 213, yeah, 330. I'm putting them in order.
I'd like to appreciate it.
And I have others, too, that I didn't.
Well, if you want, you can include them if you want to.
Include, I mean, I don't know.
If they're not on this list, then it'd be helpful.
I've lived in town for almost 30 years, and I get everything goes up, it's fine, but I never disputed anything, but when I see a $300,000 difference, the same house, yeah, so, I think that should do it, right?
So these are.
Those are the
list.
And I apologize, because I'm not an appraiser, but is that adequate for the field card? I don't, like.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
There's like a field card, and I printed those, and they were confusing, and I printed, I don't know.
Right.
So.
Yeah, so these are I guess these are called the property card, property record, and then there is a field card that has, it just contains other information in terms of.
Oh, so that.
But we have access to.
Oh, okay,
we can look them up,
okay. So what happens now, sir?
Okay, so, all right, so what's gonna happen now is I will, obviously, I will review your file, and, I'll present your petition to a majority of our board. We have 5 elected members and 4 temporary members that have been appointed for the workload. And we will deliberate, and then we will make a decision on your appeal, okay? If we provide some relief, either, your requested value, more, less than you requested, you would not be able to come back for another 5 years to appeal, all right, until the next reevaluation.
Okay.
If we deny it, then you can come back next year and appeal again. And if you're dissatisfied with, either of those, then you could always go to court, and, some directions on how to appeal to court would be included in your decision letter. Once we make a decision, you will get a letter within 7 days to tell you what our decision was.
Okay. Within 7 days of this?
No, within 7 days of the decision that we make. So that's the next thing I was gonna tell you.
Okay.
Is that we have, about 1,000 appeals. And so we are probably gonna be doing this until May.
Okay.
So you may not know for some time. So just be
June, July,
patient.
probably. Okay.
Yeah, before, we have to finish
So
it by
if you
May.
deny me, then my next option, if I don't like that decision, I would take you to court.
You could go to court, or you could just come back and appeal again next year. So
But I have to wait a year to go to court also? Or
No,
I can go,
you can go to
so
court.
if I want immediate relief, I would have to, okay, I understand. Okay, great.
So, all right, if you give me lots to look at here, so,
Okay.
I appreciate that, and I
Is
appreciate
there
you
anything else that
coming
you
in.
feel I should provide or anything? I mean,
And you did say about, how old is your pool generator?
I put
with that?
so my pool I put in, right before COVID, so about 6 years.
Okay.
And you guys have it valued at, it's not a gunite pool.
Mhm.
You guys have it valued at, I think, 20, so I don't have a problem
Mhm.
with that. I have a problem with the land and the actual main structure. One is the land, again, I had to jump through hoops in the wetland setback. It's a nice piece of property, I like it, but, across the street from me, his is $350,000 less. He's got a nicer piece of land and same colonial house.
Mhm.
He gutted his kitchen 5 years. When I bought this house, I renovated everything, right? So that's fine, but that was 16 years ago.
Sure.
But still, the field cars, if we're going by them, show 60. All these houses are built in the 60s. They're all 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath colonials, between 1 and 1.2 acres, flat, usable land,
Mhm.
and there shouldn't be a $350,000 difference from across the street. So, and he's got a generator too across the way. He doesn't have a pool, but I'm willing to pay for the pool, that's fine. But yeah, and the generator is,
Which one, when you say across the street, which number by, just.
if I look at this, I can tell you, I'm not good with numbers. It would be 200.
200, okay.
Yeah. I put the generator in, remember Hurricane Sandy?
Mhm.
So, 13,
Sure.
let's call it 10 years ago. Okay. So, yeah. And again, I don't have a problem with those values. That's not what's driving it up.
Right.
It's the 900-something thousand for the land and 700 when everyone else is less. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, if there's nothing else, then.
I don't. You need anything else from me?
No.
Okay. Well, listen, thank you. I
All right.
appreciate your time.
Thank you.
and,
Thank you for coming.
Good luck with the rest of your meetings.
All right.
So,
Thanks very
thank
much.
you.
Thank you. Okay. So, this is Peter Rupert. This is the Board of Assessment Appeals hearing for Monday, March 9th, 2026, and the recording time is 7:29. Okay? And I am hearing appeal number 847. So, is Mr. Wong? Hong, sorry about that. Mr. Hong, I just need you to confirm some information. This is appeal 847.
Yep.
The property address is 110 Oakwood Drive.
Correct.
Okay. The owners are Chin Quan Tang.
Chin Tang is my wife.
Chang, okay. And then Hung Chu, okay. All right. Apologize. All right. The town has valued your property at $1,201,000, and you're asking that to be reduced to $1,050,000. $1,050,000. Okay. And let me see here. Okay. And then what I would like you to do is just state your name and that you are the owner of 110 Oakwood Drive.
Yeah, my name is Hong Xu, and I'm the owner of the property at 110 Oakwood Drive.
Okay, and then if you would just raise your right hand, and I'm going to administer an oath. Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yep.
Okay, so what I'm going to do here is sign here and just print below there. Okay. Thank you. All right, thanks. All right, so this is going to be your opportunity now to provide testimony as to what you believe the market value of your home on October 1st, 2025 was $1,050,000 versus what the town assigned, okay? Market value is what your home most likely would have sold for on that date. All right, so just be succinct, please.
Yep, so basically I did some comparison analysis by looking at the half duplex in the vicinity of my property, and I do understand that the ideal comparison period would be like October 1st, like 2024 to October 1st, 2025, but since the duplex is limited, so it's hard to find enough, but I do find one that's most comparable at 206 Country Road, which was sold in November 14, 2024 for $945,000, and with similar, I would say like features like 4-bedroom. They also have actually that property has a little more bathroom and with similar square footage, and it was relatively new, similar to my property. It was built in 2020. My property was built in 2023, and by looking at like obviously the sales value is $945, and so I kind of divided the sales value by the total square footage to get like price per square foot, and I kind of added some increase from the sales date of that property to like October 1st, 2025, some increase and some other considerations, and so I'm using a little bit higher price per square footage, and then multiplied by like the square footage of my property to get the value. And I also listed some other comparisons which didn't fall exactly in that period, but relatively close, and square footage, the price per square footage I got was pretty similar to that one, a little bit higher, but or lower than what I put for my property. So that's my reason why I think my property value should be set.
Okay. All right. So let me ask you: do you rent out your duplex? Is it a rental property, or is it are you living in it and then renting part of it?
No, I just own half of the duplex.
Oh, you just own half of the duplex. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. All right. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay. All right. And you said it was built in 2023?
Yep.
All right. What was the price that you got per square foot in your calculations?
For my property?
Yeah.
I'm using 320, but it's based on like the square footage based on Zillow, which I think better represents the actual like livable space. And the calculation I did for other properties were all from Zillow, so they're consistent.
Mhm.
Because I tried to find like what they have for those properties on the official, property information, but some, I couldn't find some of those,
So I see you have 206 Country Road, that she's saying that is the one that
that's the most
you're
comparable one.
comparable, yeah. The one for you was
So,
152 Woodville. Okay. All right. Okay, and you're saying that they're going, you know, all of these, especially that one though, are very similar to your.
yeah, it's a half duplex, so I guess like, to my understanding, like there's no like land value
Mhm.
to this, so
Mhm.
I think it's not quite fair to compare like, our property with like single family house.
Mhm, mhm. Okay. All right, anything else you would like to add? I'm assuming everything that you have, you've submitted already, okay, all right, great. Anything else that you'd like to mention or provide?
That's it.
No? Okay, great. So let me just explain the process. What I'll do is I'll put together your petition for review by our board. Everyone on the board has access to your information, your file here, the comps that you've provided, and we will, as a majority of the board, get together and deliberate and then vote on your appeal. If you are granted any kind of relief, you would not be able to then come back next year and appeal. You wouldn't be able to come back until the next revaluation in 5 years. All right, if we deny your appeal, then you would be able to come back next year and appeal again. All right, you are also, you know, within your rights to appeal to court, and some directions on how to do that are going to be provided in your decision letter, which your decision letter will come 7 days after we have made our vote, like we voted and decided. All right. So good question. So right now we have almost 1,000 appeals.
Mhm.
So we are actually probably going to be doing this until May. We have to be done by May 31st. So I can't tell you exactly when, so just be patient. We will you know, get it done by then, but just to let you know that that's the process, all right?
Understandable.
Yeah, so, all right. All right, well, thanks so much for coming in, all right, appreciate you coming.
You hear me out.
Yeah, all right, have a good night. Nice to meet you.